So let's quickly look at the results from game week 3, 2 weeks ago. I'm still trying to catch up in terms of game weeks, in terms of making videos. So I saw these matches, well, some of these matches. I didn't see all the matches. I saw most of the highlights. So let's see if I can remember more or less what happened. And let's see who got the closest in terms of predictions. So the first match was Chelsea 2, Fulham nil. I think this was the match where Fulham had a penalty incorrectly given or goal incorrectly disallowed. Oh, I can't remember these days. But I think both teams played fairly well. Chelsea ended up winning. And who was the closest? ChatGPT with the exact result. Next match was Manchester United against Burnley. A pretty chaotic match, to be honest. The marking for the goals was all over the place, I have to say. Manchester United with a penalty um, in the last few minutes to win the match. But not a bad result for Burnley. I mean, it's not against the Manchester United of the old days. I mean, Manchester United are pretty poor these days, but still, I thought Burnley played pretty well. Um, and who got the closest? I'd say, yeah, Meta and Copilot with 3-1 predictions. And then we have Sunderland against Brentford. I didn't see as much. I didn't see the highlights. Good result for Sunderland. Brentford, a decent team, even without Thomas Frank. Um, they look quite solid. So to win 2-1, it's always good for a team who's coming up to be able to convert chances into goals. And that's what Sunderland appear to be able to do. And who got the closest? Well, three draws. A draw was the closest result. So me, ChatGPT, and Meta were more close than Gemini and Pilot, who predicted Brentford to win this one. The opposite result for Brentford. And then we have Tottenham against Bournemouth. I have to say that Bournemouth look defensively pretty solid when I think a lot of people were worried about their defense after they sold their best defenders to various top teams in Europe, but they seem to have replaced them quite well. So, yeah, good result for Bournemouth. I also had a feeling that Bournemouth would win this one. I'm not sure why. Tottenham have been playing pretty well lately. So, objectively, you might go for Tottenham. That's what the AI appeared to tend towards. But yeah, I managed to get the best prediction on this match. And then Wolves against Everton. Probably, I'd say I saw the highlights. A really good match, a lot of goals. So probably the best, most exciting match of this round of matches. Um, no one got anywhere close to predicting this one. Only Meta predicted a 2-1. That was not too far off, actually. A 2-1 victory for Everton. Um, yeah, I was quite impressed by both sides going forward, especially Everton. Compared to, was it last season they had Sean Dyke? So, going from a team who really struggled to score goals to a team who seem a lot more free flowing under David Moyes. That's quite a turnaround for Everton in terms of how they play. And then next game, Leeds against Newcastle. Good result for Leeds. I thought they played well, especially in the first half. In the second half, Newcastle came back into the game. But Leeds, okay, they create a few chances, quite a few chances each game, which they have difficulty turning into goals. That's a bit of a problem. But defensively, traditionally for Leeds, we're pretty weak defensively, especially in the Premier League. So to now sort of get a few clean sheets in the first few games of the season, I think that's a positive sign. And especially against Newcastle. Newcastle have got some really quality players. I saw how they dominated the first half against Barcelona on Wednesday in the Champions League. But I think they got a similar problem to Leeds a little bit, that they can't convert the chances they create into goals at this moment in time. And who came sort of closest? Well, it was a low scoring game, and Meta only predicted one goal, so I'd say Meta came the closest in this match. So next game, Brighton against Manchester City. Manchester City, I think most people would have expected Manchester City to win this game. They started well, they went 1-0 up. Harden looks good this season again, like he's coming into form. And then Brighton got a penalty somewhere in the second half, I believe, and they went on to then, yeah, that motivated them to then find the winner. So very good result for Brighton and Hove Albion. Next match, Forest against West Ham. I didn't see this match. I don't know what happened, but a bit of a disaster for Forest, especially considering the form West Ham are in. So all the predictions went towards Forest. Only ChatGPT saw West Ham having a chance, so that was the closest prediction. Yeah, I think this result is preparing Nottingham fans for the Postecoglou era. I think you can expect more of this type of results. And then the final two matches were Liverpool against Arsenal. Of course, with that Sozoblai amazing free kick from miles out. That was genuinely one of the best free kicks I've ever seen in my life. But the teams, they look fairly even. So I think it'll be an interesting title race this season. No one predicted Liverpool winning this game. There were a few draw predictions, so they were the closest predictions. And then the last game was Aston Villa against Crystal Palace. A disaster for Aston Villa. I didn't see the game, but Aston Villa's poor start to the season continues. I think a lot of people, for some reason, even though they finished high up in the league last season, Aston Villa, they had a feeling that Aston Villa were gonna um, have a poor start to the season, and that is what has materialized. I mean, they've kept most of their sort of players. Who they lost? Ramsey went to Newcastle, but yeah, I think most people are sort of. It's unclear why they're so poor at the start of this season. So in general, I'd say that this was a pretty difficult game week to predict. I actually moved up a place because Gemini did so poorly, and Meta moved into first place, taking over Bill Gates' spot as leader on the scoreboard. So anyway, yeah, an interesting week, and it's all still to play for in terms of the points, I'd say. So we'll see if I can make headway even more next week in terms of catching up to Copilot. And yeah, it's Saturday today, so I'd say yeah, enjoy the Premier League matches. I've got to quickly ask the AI for the predictions for this week to make a video in like 2 weeks' time over the results of this weekend. So anyway, just have a good weekend and yeah, enjoy the football. Ciao.
Good spot, he's seen the run. Maitland-Niles. Oh, really good feet. Salisu. Plays it forward. Oh, can he get onto this? And he's cut it out. Oh, he's picked out the runner. He's going to be disappointed with that. Fiddles it through. Corner given. Kenny. Ward-Prowse. Now Now Orsic. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Walker-Peters. Now it's Orsic. Into the box. Keeper has taken decisive action. Rodrigo. Interesting ball. And we've reached half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football.